The opinions in the following podcast are the expressions and ideas of each individual host and not a reflection of 210 culture as a whole. So please take it all with a grain of salt and enjoy the show. This
¿Qué más le gusta de este parade?
No me shut up, man. No me.
It's a reflection of San Antonio, you know, and it's music too, man.
The
And the pride of the great Lone Star State, our NBA champions. They are
210 Culture Podcast. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 19 of the 210 Culture Podcast, the New Year, same culture edition.
Yeah, we survived.
Like always, this is G.
And
And Donna.
I love you, boy Lou.
Mr. Krabs.
And we are back again for a new year, a new set of podcasts. This is one of 52 of them that we're doing this year.
What?
As there's 52 weeks in a year, so that would be 52 podcasts.
Okay.
Wow.
For those who can't do math at home.
I can't.
What?
Start using
Okay.
your toes.
Pretty dumb.
Yeah.
So, like always, we start with how everybody's weekend has been. But, you know, it's been a long week and we had New Year's.
I know, I haven't seen you guys since last year.
I know. This is the first time we see each other since
Ha
last year.
ha ha.
So the whole 210 Culture team actually did spend the whole New Year's together for
I know, you can go look at our drunk pictures on TMZ. You can see Donna's crotch shot and G in the
Yeah.
toilet.
Mhm.
And then Eugene. Oh, wait, no, I meant Louis. Sorry.
crying in the corner.
Nah, he was there with us. He was just on his phone shooting for the page. Yeah, if you saw, it was 24 carat.
Call it that Bruno Mars.
Where you at, Bruno? Pay us.
So yeah, I mean we had a good time there. And over the weekend, what did we do on Saturday? Did we do something important?
Live.
What did we do?
I thought we did something cool.
I don't know. I don't know y'all's day.
We never do anything cool.
We always do something cool. That's
We
what
always-
culture is.
We always do work for the culture, you know, all day,
How
every
did that work
day.
out?
Well,
Obviously,
I did the
It didn't
driveway
go well
car.
because there's no sucias here, so.
Well, they're not supposed to be here. Wink, wink.
You told us not to bring
You said no sucias allowed.
Good
but
boys. Good
But
boys.
then Joelle brought that one.
That one.
That one, yeah.
Wow.
She looks like some ground beef.
With that nose ring in her nose. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Pretty
mean
bully.
he likes when things are penetrating her.
he likes wild animals. Yeah, I feel like we did something though, but I just can't remember.
I can't remember either.
We made it. We're in the new year, guys. That's what we did.
Yes. So,
Mama, we made
You're
it.
really taking the new year way to the extreme. Where you know what? Fuck, it's the past. It's last year.
It is last year.
Yeah, leave it in the past, Louis.
New year, new me.
new me, new 210 culture. Everybody's fired after this, even me. We're getting a whole new staff taking over. We're no longer 210.
We need a new sound guy anyway.
We're not 210 culture no more. Now we're something else, and
Yeah, the last new guy sucked.
we got traded to Toronto, so we're all gonna go do whatever it's. I don't know what the area code out there in Toronto is.
6. He's like on the 6
666.
with my home. With my
No,
woes.
that's not an area code. That's just.
Is that a street like 6th Street?
I think so.
Well, then we're going to 6th Street.
Or maybe it
with
is
my
an area
woes.
code, but that's a weird area code. But
It's Canada. They're weird.
So I just showed a meme, speaking of Toronto, that has who's more hated in San Antonio. It has Kawhi and it has Yolanda.
Wow. Well, for the guys, everybody hates the rap.
so we're
Raptor version of Kawhi.
gonna just go ahead and work our way into it there.
Your area code is 416 for Toronto.
Oh, 416 for
Oh.
Toronto.
Oh, well,
There
thank
you go.
you, Louis.
There
Yeah,
you go.
you're so
With,
smart.
4 minutes and
Deduction.
4 minutes and 30 seconds into the podcast, we find out the area code of Toronto. That's how we start this
Now-
podcast.
Now we know where to send our hate mail to.
Hey.
So let's just go ahead and speaking about Kawhi, let's just go ahead and jump into some
Yes.
topics here. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Kawhi.
Wow. He sounded just like him.
Dom, you know what you sounded like? You sounded like
Thank you. That's an improvement. Everybody loves Chewbacca.
I know, I love Chewbacca too.
That was a mating
Wow. Is that what you did?
And then I drove off with He's doing it outside the window like a dog, and I'm just like.
Well, anyways, the Spurs played against the Houston Rockets on the 22nd, and they lost with a final score of 101 to 108.
You suck.
They played against the Denver Nuggets on the 26th, and they took a W with a final score of 103 to 111. On the 28th, they played again against the Nuggets and lost with a final score of 99 to 102. I know. The next day, they played on 12/29 against the Los Angeles Clippers, and they whooped some ass with a final score of 122 to 111. The next game they are set to play is today against the Toronto Raptors at 7, which we actually have it on right now.
Yes, we'll keep you in tune.
Yeah. Really? What is that for?
That's the Compton salute that we give DeRozan every time. You should know this by now.
No, I don't.
Yes.
So, taking it to them Raptors.
So, this is going to be a fun topic here today for once, because as everybody knows, Kawhi is back, making his hometown reunion, which ended up sounding something like this.
Boo! You suck! And you started crying.
But with about 1,000 people in the arena saying it at the same time. Of course, when they announced Danny Green, it sounded more like
Really?
What
yeah, he started smiling, yeah.
And just one big old applaud. Before we get into all our thoughts and ideas and things about all this that we've been talking about since the game started, I have an exclusive, 210 exclusive. It wasn't exclusive when we originally got it, but 30 minutes later they posted it, so it's not exclusive anymore, but I'm still going to call it exclusive. So our good friend, or at least my good friend, Carlton Zeus.
Wow, he's everybrunch good friend.
Yeah.
Really?
He's the public's best friend.
He's my homie. We hang out when I'm not with you. Duh.
Oh, okay.
Brunch.
Anyway, he's one of our local San Antonio rappers here who I'm a big fan of and have taken some drunk pictures with. We're best friends forever. Yeah, we reached out to him. Last week he was teasing a new Kawhi laugh-based song. And I reached out to him earlier today to try to just get the instrumental, but he thankfully blessed us with his actual verse for the song. So in honor of Kawhi coming back tonight, I've decided we'll play that exclusive clip here. So here we go.
And what would you like people to know about you?
I'm a fun guy. Obviously, I love the game of basketball. I mean, it's just more question you have to ask me in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
First of all, I'm first of all, with circus and all. If there's beers involved, I'm there, my first jersey and all. Man, I love Drake too, but I'm a 210 guard. Man, it's all off top, man, who that guy? Man, I went to Las Palabras, you can whole damn price. Margaritas in the Ubers for the whole damn ride. Margaritas in the Ubers for the...
I'm a fun girl. Fun go.
Thank you to Mr. Carlton Zeus for giving us that exclusive there. Give me 1 second here. There you go. So,
Get it.
Of course, that song's fire, and I can't wait for the album to come out.
I'm waiting for his other album to come out. It's the Get Nasty edition, where he does it from Popovich's voice.
Oh, I was going to say point of view. I was going to say that's a little...
No, it's just like, I want to get some nasty.
Or give me some nasty.
All right, Dom, you go ahead and message him that and see what he thinks.
I will. Number one, going platinum.
Going triple platinum. So we'll go ahead and start with Dom, as he's... Apparently, I'm not a resident Spurs fan because I don't pay attention this time of the year except for big games like this. So we'll have Dom go ahead and give his analysis on this so far and what he thinks about the game in general. Dom.
Well, I mean, I think the Spurs are actually pulling together since the new year began. I mean, literally, we just saw the statistics right now. Like, they're literally number one in 3-point percentage and scoring as well. But I mean, our record is still near the bottom of the West right now. So, and then we're playing the East right now. This might be a prediction of what we're going to be playing in the playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
Like G's hoping for. We get this DeRozan with the 3 on Kawhi or what?
You ruining my prediction here. But yeah, no. So,
Well, I'm saying you called it, so it goes straight to you. The credit.
Oh yeah, I was getting to that part in a minute here, but yeah, no. So I'm calling it now. Mark my words on
We are
on January 3rd here.
right here.
That if the Raptors and Spurs go to the finals, it'll go 7 games, and the last game winning 3. Well, actually, I take it back. It'll be a game winning 2 because DeRozan can't shoot threes. So it'll be a game winning 2, and he's gonna shoot it right over Kawhi in Toronto because they'll probably have the better record in Toronto to win our next championship game. That's how confident I'm in with DeRozan here.
DeRozan.
Shout out to DeRozan. One more time. The Compton salute. But yeah, it was pretty interesting.
Oh, Patty with the 3.
Patty over there missing another 3.
Ooh.
Where the way I feel it, I have no hard feelings to Kawhi. I really wouldn't boo him if I was there. He's still one of my favorite players, even though he's not wearing silver and black no more.
Right.
I just feel like with this whole thing, after he was traded, I totally could respect him when he was still a Spur, of him not wanting to start drama because that's not Spurs culture.
Right.
And he has respect for that, and I totally understand him being quiet for that. But once you traded to Toronto, he could have at least been like, hey, like, things between us and the staff wasn't working out, and it's better for the team and for everyone if I parted ways and to stay. Had he said something like that, I totally would have respected like his wanting to be a trade and everything that happens. But when you're gonna go ghost and quiet and then just get traded and then don't say anything about it, like, you're not giving us any like sign of that this was not anything to do with your camp when you're just like, okay, I'm done, I'm here and let's play. Of course, this game is very important for DeRozan as well, as this is his first time playing up against his old team that he has a chip on his shoulder. They said in August that they quoted him saying that when this day comes, he was going to put up 50. I'm not too sure where we're at on the stat line on that right now. But I know in the first half he had, I think, like 18 points.
Pretty close.
He was pretty close. So I don't know what the stats are right now at the moment with him there. But right now, as we're talking here at the beginning of this podcast, it's a minute in, and we're up, or a minute left in the third, and we're up 93-71 with the quarter about to wind down. So Spurs came to play. Of course they would. They did a whole tribute package for him in the beginning, for him and Danny Green. Everyone cheered, watched it. When they announced Danny Green, he got cheered, like always. And then the owner of Rio was there in the front row crying because he realized how much money he lost with them being traded. And the guys from the LASIK eye surgery were also crying because they couldn't use them as a sponsor anymore. And then when Kawhi came out, I think that kind of hit me a little bit too, just because you could see in his face like he was like embracing it, like it was coming, and he just like really.
He was cringing.
He was cringing because he knew it was coming, and it's just kind of like, for like I said, the guy's an athlete and amazing superstar, definitely going to be a future Hall of Famer. I still believe he still has it, and even though he's been New Balance with his whack shoe, I still support him, and I if the Spurs don't make the playoffs or get eliminated in the playoffs and Toronto's still in, I'm totally rooting for Kawhi to win a ring. I'd rather have Kawhi than LeBron or Golden State win one. So shouts out to Kawhi. Hopefully maybe one day if Popovich is gone and his uncle dies or something, maybe he can like come back to San Antonio and end it off right like LeBron did when he came back to Cleveland. I totally would be acceptable for that.
But then go to LA when he chooses. Is that what you're saying, like LeBron?
Well, if he wants to go to LA, that's fine. We're still gonna beat his ass. So before we jump to the next topic, I did have a question that I put out earlier on our Facebook page, 210 Culture, and the question was which one.
The name. Don't wear it out.
The question was which of the following would you rather have? Would you rather have Kawhi Leonard beat the Spurs every single time they play, but we can still make a run at the championship? Or get one of the big three back for another 5 years, but we would not win a championship for another 10.
Why you gotta do these hard questions like that?
I'd rather have him beat us and still have a chance to win the championship.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly where I'm coming at.
We can't wait another fucking 10 years.
We need a championship.
Yes, but if Kawhi does make the playoffs, that means we get swept, which that means then every time they go against each other, we're going to hear the Spurs can never beat Kawhi. It's like, do you really want to have that reputation?
But then you're saying that we get one of the big three back, and then
just because they beat us doesn't mean we don't win a championship. Can't beat them.
Yes.
So either way, we lose.
Yes, but then we live under the whole curse of the curse of Kawhi and all that bullshit.
I believe there should be no curse. But in the spirit of the question, I guess...
No, that's fine. We can go with Kawhi. I just wanted to know what your opinion was.
I think I would want Timmy back.
Nah.
To be honest, I want Timmy back.
Nah, I would still...
Timmy!
I would still think, like I said, Kawhi has to get to the finals. It's just...
Gamos!
And I'm trying to pull it up here so I can read the comments, because we did have some comments on it here. I lost it. Okay.
The original New Balance shoe wearer was the Red Rocket, so let's wear it for the Red Rocket, not for Kawhi.
For Kawhi.
Yeah.
Red Rocket, New Balance shoe. Bring it back.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Okay, here it is. Okay. So yeah, so Tober John, shout out to him with Vitamin. Everybody over in Vitamin listening and following us.
Vitamin.
There. He said that Kawhi can have the regular season wins as long as we take the championship.
Yeah,
so
true.
He was all for that. Pretty much has a consensus across the board. Like everyone says, what's the point of having one of the big three back if you can't win any championships there in the next 10 years?
Yeah, no.
So
when my kids are little, no, thank you.
You're into grandkids, bro.
10 years from now?
So
what? I'm only going to be... No, never mind. Let's not go there.
So, yeah, so going still in the same topic with the next story.
Yes.
Kawhi's family.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
17.
Okay, so Kawhi Leonard's family is actually receiving death threats over not playing for the Spurs. As many know, Kawhi is set to show his first appearance today. And this is one of the most anticipated games of the season since Kawhi was in a rut about continuing his career with the Spurs and eventually got traded. Fans are apparently not over this. Facts. And will not give Leonard a break, according to his sister, who runs his official Instagram page. Some fans are actually taking it too far. Kawhi's sister's claiming the family is receiving death threats over the fact Leonard is not playing with the Spurs, posting on the Instagram page, "It's crazy people are sending death threats to my family over Kawhi being with the Raptors and not playing on the Spurs. Who raised you? God got us."
Oh, okay.
What do you think about this situation?
Taking it too far.
Exactly. Y'all people need to sit the fuck down. He didn't want to play for us. Like,
we
get
can
over
win
it.
without him.
Get over it.
We're the Spurs. We didn't have them before we won championships. Yeah, we had other players. We can just build up again. We had Popovich.
Whip.
But we have Popovich, the coach who made it happen, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, I'm still a Kawhi fan. Not today, because he needs to break his ankle or something for the day and come back. But yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier when the game started. They keep booing him every time he touches the ball. And that's what we were talking about, that it's funny because true Spurs fans understand the situation and know the whole detail because they've been keeping up with it. And it's one of those, like, we have a respect for him. Yes, we're Spurs fans, so we're supposed to hate him. But at the end of the day, we still kind of have that respect for him. As 95% of this town are just typical stubborn Mexicans that he left, it's his fault, let's boo him and fuck Kawhi, you know.
Screw Kawhi.
How many family members do we have that when we mention Kawhi, they're like, oh, fuck that guy. And it's like, no, that's still our dude. He got us a ring. He almost got us 2 championship rings if you would have made that free throw in 14. But whatever. Like, he was a part of the franchise. When you look back, he is going to be up there. Just like Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman had that 1 year, 2 years, whatever it is.
With the Spurs, yeah.
And nobody's going to remember, but Dennis Rodman played. Same with...
and he was with the Bulls, yeah, before that.
Same with Robert Horry. Robert Horry's famous everywhere else.
Big shot, Rob.
But he's famous with the Spurs, too. Same with... not Brent Barry. Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr's won rings with... as a Spur, as a Bull, with the Warriors, as the head coach now, like... But he still has the Spurs. And same thing. Kawhi... I mean, same with LeBron. LeBron has a ring in Cleveland, but he's going to be known for the rings
He also has wings.
He's going to be known for the rings
he drinks Red Bull.
at
and
Miami. When you look back, Miami LeBron's going to be the LeBron you remember. When you look back, the Spurs Kawhi is going to be the Kawhi that people are going to remember.
Well, this is the generation of no loyalty.
Yes.
Chasing,
ain't loyal.
chasing rings.
But same like Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's going to be known as, at least for me, he will always be Oklahoma Kevin Durant.
He's a snake.
To me, he's a supersonic.
Snake.
Or a supersonic.
And he's a Longhorn.
Exactly. And that's where, like, whatever happened in the league now, that's just the culture of the league. You can't help it.
So then what's your opinion about Kawhi Leonard getting death threats?
Oh, death threats. I mean, like I said, I think it's just stupid. It's just people who... There's those wannabe fucking gangsters that wanted... It's probably the same ones that put a threat on Tekashi, talking about that he couldn't come to San Antonio. They're the same people who have no fucking lives. They just think that without Kawhi, it's over. And I've said this from day one. We're going to rebuild eventually. Whether it was now that Kawhi's gone or it's 10 years from now when Kawhi has to retire. Like, we were going to have to hit a rebuilding stage. We're not going to win every year. At some point, we're going to suck. We did before Duncan, and we will eventually again.
This is true.
I hope I'm dead before it happens, but it's probably not going to happen. It's probably going to suck before I die.
We should check your heart pressure.
So, why is this such an issue? These guys get paid
millions of dollars.
It was Kawhi's choice that he wanted to be traded, but it wasn't his choice that he chose the Raptors.
Well, he shouldn't have said he wanted to go to Cali. Then Pop's like, oh, you're going to Toronto.
But how much is that true? Because nobody had ever heard anything actually come out of Kawhi's mouth.
Well, let's see. He's from San Diego.
Yes, but Kawhi's camp said Kawhi wanted to go to San Diego. That's like you telling everyone, oh, well, G wants to go back to San Antonio when we're like in Dallas, just because I'm from San Antonio.
And is this not true?
Who knows? Because we've never been there. But that's what I'm saying. This is going off of people who say stuff without actually coming from his mouth. He didn't have the press conference saying, I want to go here, I want to go there. He didn't have a 30-minute special on ESPN talking about taking his talents to South Beach or North Blizzard and be with the Sixth God.
Well, yeah, because he was riding the bench. He was fine. But, everybody knows the story.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
He didn't do anything. He was quiet.
And that's the problem. Everybody thinks they know the story, but nobody knows
his fault
the story.
as well.
Yes and no. That's what I'm getting to. That's where it's like you can't give death threats on it because...
Well, I'm not saying do death threats, but you got to understand this is a business.
Yes.
And people are going to be traded. People's hearts are going to be broken. Dreams are going to be broken as well.
Exactly. And that's where I'm saying where everybody here is just like wanting to blame Kawhi like it's Kawhi's fault when it's not. There's multiple parties involved here. And the only people who know what's legitimately the truth is the Spurs organization and Kawhi's camp. Because when they tell their stories, they're going to better it for themselves and make everyone think that their side is the best. Just like everything. Like they say, there's their story, his story, and the truth. And until we find out exactly what the truth is, there's no way to justify anything that Kawhi's done.
Truth.
So, I think it's just stupid and people just need to grow up and realize that
case closed.
We still get paid and basketball's going on and we're still having fun there.
Thought you were gonna do that slow clap.
But
but you are right though.
Case closed.
You really need to grow the hell up. It's already gotten to the point where you don't need to get his family involved. It's already a bad enough from coming from one city, then going to another and switching out. People have no idea what the fuck is going on, and they just need to chill the fuck out.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
So, jumping into the next
moving on, because
segment.
we really been talking about it for 25 minutes? Something like that.
I guess.
Really? So, SA Flavor releases Epic Hot Cheetos Fiesta Medal.
Fire.
SA Flavor came out with a Flaming Hot Cheetos Fiesta Medal. Fiesta 2019 Flaming Hot drapes across the face of the medal with a spoon and queso coming out the top of the bag, with pretty much could signify the signature snack of San Antonio.
Yes.
They're on pre-order as of right now as part of SA Flavors Fiesta Medal Food 8-pack, and can purchase them individually at SA Flavors Party at Weathered Souls Brewing Company on January the 28th at $10 a piece. So what do you guys think, and what medals are y'all excited for?
Get me one. And hopefully a 210 culture medal as well.
We might have to hold off on that one for another year.
We should have done that last year.
Yeah.
Who knows?
They need to come up with the design.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And maybe
saying.
we can have the voting go on now. We'll have it ready for next year.
Well, as much as everything's good, there's just a small little factor of financial backing. So anybody want to
Oh,
donate?
okay. Some plastic metals. Kids don't care.
Anybody wants to donate, we'll take
Oh,
it.
okay.
Food stamps.
Yeah, GoFundMe.
Yeah,
A
GoFundMe.
virgin.
What?
We take virgins too.
I mean,
Oh, we take
snip it
virgins.
to the side and just ton of
Inbox us, please.
Use the black couch. Interview her.
That special interview. But
You got the job.
I mean, of course, I'm not a big fan of hot Cheetos, so I really could care less.
You never had hot Cheetos and cheese when you were in middle school?
Oh my God, that was like
he's never had hot Cheetos
the
with
epitome
cheese. He's
of
never had
middle
hot Cheetos with
school.
pickle. He's never had Takis. He never had Takis with cheese. Like, it's just this whole like
culture you're missing.
beautifulness, and he's never experienced it.
Now they have chicken on a steak,
I
chicken
think
on
I
a stick
need
with
to-
hot
I
Cheetos.
think I need to make you a few snacks.
No, he's not gonna.
No,
like
he's not
that.
gonna eat it.
No.
Unless you put
He's
barbecue
an
sauce or cheese on
uncultured
it.
Swine.
I'm not an uncultured swine. I'm just trying to make sure I don't die.
Oh, really?
Of what?
Thing from the video that we made with the waffle, the cheese, and the hot sauce.
See,
The honey hot-
difference- See, the difference is I do that once every 6 months. This one over here eats like 5 bags of hot Cheetos a day.
No,
And if she could get them with cheese every day, it'd be bad. Look at Little Zan. Little Zan almost had to go get his stomach pumped, and he's about to die. So, you know what I mean? Like, I
This
get
Mexican
the point
has
of
been
it.
eating for 20 plus years.
I'm gonna say it now.
Experienced.
Unpublic opinion: hot Cheetos is the fucking Selena of snacks. Let it rest in peace and quit the fucking shit already.
So are
I said it.
Doritos.
Nah, I don't think I can let it go. Honestly,
So are
my
Doritos.
best snack if I'm bored, I don't know what the hell I'm
Doritos and bean dips suck ass. They're garbage.
I don't give a fuck. I love no one likes bean dip. You don't like it, suck my dick. I don't give a fuck. It's my snack choice. But yes, hot Cheetos is about as overkill as Selena here in San Antonio. I will fucking say it. Nobody wants the fucking balls to say it. I'll say it. It's overkill.
That's because
and
everybody's eating
overplayed.
hot Cheetos right now, listening to podcasts.
Every person wants to eat with a fucking thing of hot Cheetos out of a fucking Selena bag with fucking Rico's cheese. All y'all can go fucking suck it. Like, I mean, it's even Cheetos themselves. Like, I get sick of eating Cheetos. I don't understand how y'all can eat it all the goddamn day.
I can't eat it all day. I can
Yeah, we just eat it when we have the craving.
Like every fucking day. If I had $1 for every time that I bought her hot Cheetos in a week, I'd have a good $20.
Probably more than
Why
that.
don't you save up?
Because I have to buy your hot
We
Cheetos
could
every day.
actually be somewhere.
Okay, well then every time you ask for hot Cheetos, I'm just gonna put $1 in a jar and not buy you
No.
any. See?
Buy me some and then put $1.
No, I'll buy you and then you put the $1 in the jar.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well then. So
Hot Cheetos rule.
I mean, as regards to like what other medals, it's kind of hard because every year, you have your standard classic ones that everybody gets, and then you have your whatever's unique. Like last year, Coco was a big thing. Everybody was trying to come up with a Coco themed one.
Yeah, I've been trying to get me one of those. Man, they were sold out everywhere.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's some cool ones on there that move and stuff. I totally think the collection thing's cool. It's just one part of the tradition I'm not really crazy about. I mean, I totally understand where like the cause of it and the reason, like that it all goes to charity and stuff. So I totally get that, and I totally support it for that reason. But like I said, you won't see me out there with a full Girl Scout badge full of pins and stuff.
You don't want to be Ray Fail, G? One
No.
year you can be Ray Fail?
No.
Well, I mean, he's fail already.
See way.
I'm down to be like parade marshal. That's what I want to be, parade marshal for the river parade.
Really?
But none of y'all are gonna be invited because y'all can sit down to the side, eat your hot Cheetos while I write.
Damn
this.
right.
Whatever, I don't care.
I'm gonna be like, this float is for anybody who doesn't eat hot Cheetos. So just
You're
be
gonna
me.
be the only one
It'll
on
be-
there.
It'll be like 2 white people sitting on the damn barge.
White people.
Everybody's
who
gonna be
think-
like, boo, you
White
suck.
people who
White-
think that mayonnaise is spicy ketchup.
Exactly. White people who think Doritos are spicy.
Oh my god, he did not just say that.
Fine, black people too, because black people can't handle heat either.
Yes, they can.
Hey,
Not all of them.
my cousin DJ eats hot Cheetos.
Your cousin DJ is half black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't count.
No
You're
lie.
Mexican in our
Probably.
books.
Yeah, he is.
You're Mexican.
But
Anyways, moving on then, because I guess this topic for some reason got really heated.
y'all act like hot Cheetos is a good
See
thing.
what you did.
Anyways,
Oh yeah. I kind of totally forgot with all the other songs.
What?
I forgot to play our theme song for the month.
I need to do it right now.
Next topic.
You're hearing this comment, your most favorite snacks that you like to
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. So let's answer that then.
What?
I'll start with you. We'll start with Louis because I don't give a fuck about your opinion. So.
Well, why y'all have the same one? Why the fuck are we even doing this?
No, his snack does not include. It doesn't have to include chips. It can be like elote. It can be like
True.
Peanut butter with
Pan
tortilla.
dulce.
I haven't had a good elote in a long
Oh, I should
time.
take you to Los Pingüinos. Ooh, that
Oh,
shit's
yeah.
amazing.
I would say, like, I guess the best snack, if I had to choose, is that pego tostido where you put tapatio and all
Tapa
that.
tapa 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 tatillo.
Oh yeah, the
mean-
the big chicharron thing.
Hey.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll eat
Oh, I
that
haven't had one of those in
on board.
forever. Kind of want one now.
Definitely.
What about you, Dom?
The best snack
Yes.
I've ever had.
The best snack.
The best snack.
Whether you're drunk, high, or sober, the best snack.
Sheesh.
He's like, wait, I have like 3 different
Well,
ones.
You're like, well, hold up. Hold on.
I
think
mean,
about it.
seriously, like, since now I like basically cook all my everything now. It's like I like to make my own fries and my own cheese fries.
Does he, Louis?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when we're both bored, man, we get a little creative in the kitchen, man. If you,
Wow.
They like
if I
they
got
like sausage and cheese.
if I gotta toot my own horn, man, I make some badass fucking chicken wings,
And
boneless.
Yeah, he's gonna bring
You don't
some.
invite anybody?
He's gonna bring
It's just
some
like
onto the podcast next time.
Is it a very like
I know,
intimate
next week or what?
thing?
No,
They
not at
do
all.
it shirtless, and they start holding each other like in ghosts.
You know,
There's
yeah.
gonna be the hot sauce all over.
It's that time that where Dom actually saw me, you know, like that movie Baby. I was in the kitchen with the with the Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Mr. C's Kool-Aid.
For
Yeah,
real.
if y'all haven't had it,
Kool-Aid.
man, y'all need to go there and go get a sip of it. Man, it's actually pretty
Yeah,
badass.
right. That was really good.
It's not too sweet.
Dom walks in watching Louis shirtless with the hot sauce, and he's just like, "Play bitch."
Even though one of my favorite snacks is hot Cheetos with cheese.
Hot Cheetos and cheese. Yep, that was my next one. After the fries, cheese fries. Yeah, hot Cheetos and cheese, or hot Cheetos pickle.
Hot Cheetos with pickle.
If I have pickle, but if I don't,
Yeah, I never had that.
Hot Cheeto and pickle cereal. That's what I get.
Huh?
Cereal, you
Yeah,
say?
hot Cheeto and pickle cereal. You know how you get the milk and then you get the hot Cheetos. I mean, the hot
What
Cheetos.
milk? Why are we gonna put milk? in
No,
this?
the milk and then the cereal, right? Right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well I do that with hot Cheetos and pickle juice. I put
Yeah,
the hot
pickle juice,
Cheetos
okay, pickle
and then
juice,
the
not
pickle
milk.
juice and then slices of pickle.
Yeah, that makes sense.
God, how the hell do you not have choro or like you're in a restroom?
I do.
He
She
does.
just goes through it.
The dogs cry.
And then elote is my second.
And all right,
You
G's
love
down
that.
here. How long you gonna take? It's coming out like lava.
Oh.
Un momento, por favor.
And G, well, no one cares. Let's move on now.
Because I am awesome. That's why.
Honestly, G, what is your favorite snack that you gotta eat? Don't say barbecue sauce.
No,
Barbecue sauce.
that's a whole different story for another time. No.
Well, my baby back,
I-
baby back, baby back,
Nope.
baby back.
Yeah,
ribs.
Doritos and bean dip. Doritos and bean dip's my shit.
I mean, I remember eating that when I was little. Like when we go on road trips.
But my absolute favorite snack is
Donna.
that's a different conversation for a different show. We're a family show here, motherfucker. Bitch ass motherfucker.
And yeah, Lick who's cussing.
Bitch ass motherfucker.
Ma,
No.
I'm gonna cuss. Can I cuss?
Some guy I know, he makes this thing called buffalo chicken dip. It's pretty bomb.
I know this asshole never makes it because it takes too much time.
But that's my
Who
favorite
doesn't?
as a knack. That's my favorite knack.
Neck.
Knack.
Snack.
Honestly, we should actually pick up a person from one of the views or whoever likes it or who can actually give us a good best snack that beats everybody.
Yeah,
we'll
best
get them to come out
snack
here
ever.
try our own snacks.
That'd be dope. Snack Fest. We'll call it Snack Fest.
Snack Fest. Sounds good.
Okay.
So-
Now we're done.
All right, next.
We haven't even gotten to the peanut butter with tortillas topic.
Hell no.
dude,
That is disgusting.
Hey, we got out of the ghetto for a reason.
Unless any of y'all have tried it, y'all have no.
Yeah,
I have tried it. That shit's garbage.
That
My
shit is
grandmother
amazing.
made this for me.
That shit's garbage.
I've had an ex of mine that made it. I thought it was fucking gross. I was.
She's not an ex. She's the devil.
No, not her.
Not that devil.
So not to bring up all that, but no, dude, I actually had an ex that her favorite snack was tortilla and peanut butter. I looked at her fucking weird. I thought it was fucking tortilla and butter. I got so pissed off when I bit into it. I threw it on the fucking floor. I felt bad because I made her cry. She goes, "This is what my grandma used to." I was like, "Oh shit!"
With honey?
But
she should put honey in it.
I really, dude, I guess it's an acquired taste. I really can't go for it. I don't care if the
Honestly,
tortillas.
it really is.
I really don't care if the tortilla is homemade or you bought from HEB. I would still not eat it with peanut butter.
No.
You have to eat it with crunchy peanut butter.
What is the difference? There is no
Chunky.
difference between crunchy and
Is there
creamy.
or is there not a difference between crunchy and creamy peanut butter?
No.
Yes.
I
There
like the
isn't.
creamy. It's a little bit more bitter because
I like
it's
the crunchy.
smoother. And then crunchy
See,
is
but-
more chunky.
But it has to go with your preference in general. Because, like, with sandwiches, I love putting chips inside my sandwiches
I
for
heard
the
that. Who
extra
does it?
crunches. She doesn't really put chips in there for
I
the
put
crunch
chips in my
sandwiches.
sandwich.
So that's why I kind of feel
I'll eat
like.
them on the side, but I won't put them in.
So that's why I would expect her to like more creamy peanut butter than crunchy because I like just the crunchiness.
Really? So is this like a scientifical, statistical thing?
Yeah,
no, it's not.
So like if you ask people,
I'm just saying there's a better chance of it when you like putting like chips in your sandwich because you like the taste of the crunch texture.
You like the consistency of it. It's
Yeah.
just like it's like me. And as much as I don't like onions, I love Funyuns.
I like
deep fried
Funyuns.
onion rings.
I like deep fried
But if
onion
it's
rings.
the crunch
Hot
of the
Cheeto
onions,
Funyuns.
I don't like it. It's the consistency of it. It's like gee, I love chips inside my sandwiches. I do. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Even if I got a plain burger, I'll put my fries inside of it. I gotta have something extra inside.
Well,
of
your
it.
statistic is wrong because he likes creamy and he likes putting chips inside his sandwich.
Yeah, well, that's why I said I didn't say everybody. I just said it's more logical for you not to like crunchy peanut butter because you don't like the chips in your sandwich. Now, if you did like it, but if I told you I like crunchy peanut butter, you're gonna, or if I said I like chips in my sandwich, you'd probably assume that I like crunchy
Like
peanut butter.
nuts.
Just like I can assume, I'm not saying that I'm going to be correct because not every statistic is going to be correct.
Like
There's always going to be
crunchy.
that. There's always going to be that outlier, which would be Louis. Would be the
Liar.
outlier.
You're a liar,
Mm-hmm.
Louis.
It's out
Liar. Exactly. If you paid attention in biology class, you would know this with the what's it called? The scientific method. I was going to say the hypothetical.
It's a
Hypothesis.
Not the hypotenuse. It's
Hypothesis.
Hypothesis.
yes, but it's a controlled. I'm the control variable, and Louis
Orale.
is the manipulated.
Okay, when
get
did
all
this turn into a science
scientific
class?
with this.
When did this turn into a science class?
When you were an uncultured swine and don't know the difference between crunchy peanut butter
Liar.
and regular.
Peanut
No,
butter.
I do know the difference. And I
No.
just think peanut butter in general is garbage.
We're just putting two substances together.
That's a lot of nuts.
You get a compound substance. And if you break down the chemicals
Anyways.
of peanut butter,
Get the neutrons and the protons and put it together.
Snacks on wheels. Pepsi tests self-driving robot delivery.
Ooh.
Pepsi is testing a way to bring snacks directly to college students. Pepsi says it will start making deliveries with self-driving robots today at the University of Stockton in California. Students will be able to order baked lace, sun chips, or bubbly sparkling water on an app. Meet the 6-wheeled robot at more than 50 locations on campus. The robots used will move at speeds up to 6 miles per hour.
Ooh, really fast.
And 3 workers.
slow down there, cowboy.
I mean, you're not gonna get nowhere far in the west side.
And 3
Get 'em
workers
up, moving
on
up,
campus
moving up. Oh,
will
wow.
be refilling the robots with food and drinks and replacing the batteries with recharged ones when they go dead. These robots will weigh 80 pounds and are less than 3 feet tall, drive on their own, and stop when someone is in front of them.
Dude, that's like my last ex.
Like Bridget the
No
Midget.
shit, that's what I was gonna say.
It's like Bridget the Midget.
What do you think of this new invention, and do you think it will work here in San Antonio?
I think my new cousins just got a new Christmas gift.
Honestly, I don't think it's gonna work because seeing the traffic that we have, the robot's gonna be pissed off.
It's gonna be going under cars.
Yeah, but they're gonna be putting this like at UTSA, Incarnate Word, Trinity.
I mean, I guess the best place to actually test the subject is to actually put it in every single university that's out there, knowing that there's a lot of kids that actually have smartphones.
Yeah.
You know how good this is gonna turn out?
Just like the scooters.
It's gonna turn out just as good as the scooters.
I don't think so because we're not riding the robots.
I just think
That's what you
Not
think.
yet.
I just
Not
think
yet.
the options they're horrible.
Yes.
Baked Lays, Sun Chips, sparkling water.
Well,
Who the fuck gets
I mean,
that?
if anybody's buying baked Lays, that's not the only thing that's baked in that transaction.
Hey, bruh. You hungry?
These Fritos are thin. What the fuck?
Does it really matter? Because you still need people
Sparkling
to
water? Can I
refill
just
the
get regular
food,
water?
refill the drinks,
I'm
and
just like these
charge the
chips,
damn
Donna.
things.
Nothing really
Salty?
matters.
No, bro, I'm big.
Nothing really matters to her.
Nah, but honestly though, they should at least give it a try.
Cheetos
At least
baked?
each
Alright.
and every single colleges or universities out there, at least give it a try there. 'Cause
Yeah, I mean, they should try it, but I really don't think it's gonna work.
it's just a big old vending machine on wheels. That's pretty much it.
Plus, how
Basically.
much is this shit gonna cost?
Who cares?
You know what I
Pepsi has
mean?
money to up the ass. They can pay the Super Bowl. They can make you steal
Well, they
robots.
got the money, but what about the person that doesn't have that much
Exactly.
money?
Well, it's
'Cause
these
look,
are-
at, look at now. I can go to a regular store, a corner store, and get a Pepsi. What for $1.35? I go to a fucking vending machine. I'm spending about like $2.75 for a fucking shit.
okay,
True.
but what about like Domino's that they have the driving pizzas that can drive themselves and drop off the pizza? Like you
Well,
still need somebody
pizza.
to make the pizza. Somebody is still loaded up. Someone is still maintenance the car, but they still work and people like that shit. So I mean, how's this any different? It's you still have the maintenance. You have to think. I think the selection that they're starting off with is stupid, but I mean it's because even though the schools are gonna have to like pay for these, I'm pretty sure right now Pepsi's like these are fucking free. Just try them out, and if anything happens, we're gonna make you pay the warranty to fix them, but like we're gonna let you have them for free type thing. And I mean, what if it ends up being, it's probably the same price as a regular damn vending machine.
Yeah.
The only
most
difference is it
likely.
holds less, but it's gonna be driving around.
Yeah.
I mean, I would see that being a cool idea, maybe more like in a grocery aspect, like say an HEB, like how they have like the Instacart, and they can just send those robots off to like go down the street on campus and drop them off for kids who don't have cars.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of get it, but yeah, the whole chips and stuff, I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah, they need to switch it up with the varieties. I understand from baked and everything else like that, but they need to put some baked Cheetos, hot Cheetos, everything that's out there. You know, when you get
Yeah,
the
you
I mean,
need
I like
baked hot
Sun
Cheetos.
Chips.
I like the
Sun
blue
Chips,
ones.
I like the red ones, the salsa ones. Those
Yeah.
are good. And the blue ones are okay too. Yeah, because this person doesn't like anything but fucking cheesy ass chips.
Or barbecue sauce.
On your rings.
Barbecue sauce. Queso.
Anyways,
And
huh?
I said and.
Hot
Queso.
clogging food. No.
Okay, on to the next topic.
So I have no idea how to pronounce the first word, but
Quadrantids.
Quadrantids.
there's a meteor shower
My
peaks
bad.
Thursday night. The first major meteor shower peaks tonight, which could put a stunning show with about 50 fiery meteors per hour under perfect conditions in North America. The show typically peaks sometime between December 28th and January 12th, with meteors acing across the sky at 25.5 miles per second.
Arcing.
Huh?
Meteors arcing.
Oh, whatever. Who's the commentator here?
Who's the one that can't read here?
Not me.
Exactly.
Holly can't read. She's a dog.
The American
she says
Meteor
smoney.
Society
Smoney.
says the show will peak at 8:30 p.m. CST, but North America won't have a good view until after midnight.
Wow.
You should stay up and watch it.
So all y'all stargazers go out before 12 o'clock.
All the stargazers are on St. Mary's Strip right now.
Hey.
Hey. We love the same age strip.
So,
We do.
have y'all seen a meteor shower before?
I only saw one. I was disappointed.
I think I saw it one time too, like a long ass time ago.
I mean, when I go hunting in Uvalde, there's like a clear sky. So I mean, I've seen shooting stars, but not like a huge meteor shower. So this is something I'm actually interested in seeing.
I've seen some UFO type shit when I was little.
Oh snap!
I mean, who hasn't? Like
Were you probed, Louis? Were you probed?
They were harvesting farts, bro. They didn't want me.
In breaking news, real quick, the Spurs are up by 20 with 3 minutes left, and Lonnie Walker has just made his appearance onto the court.
Oh snap!
So shout out to the rookie Lonnie Walker for being on the field there finally. Yeah, back to the meteor shower. Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to really see one, but I've never really like taken the time to go see one. Just kind of like, oh yeah, it's this weekend and that's about it, and I don't bother to look.
I mean, we're so busy, you know.
So honestly, whoever's listening to this, and if you actually get out before 12 o'clock, post videos that you actually saw the meteor showers, everything out there, so we can actually see.
Pictures.
At least post videos and pictures, so most of us that who don't get the chance to see it.
But please make sure you're wearing clothes if you're going to be in the picture.
Yeah, we prefer clothes.
I mean, if we get those pictures on, our name is Dom and Louis, so just let y'all know.
Wow.
But Herbert the pervert's gonna send you the pictures.
Hey, Louis.
Can I tell you guys about my UFO experience? I said, can I tell you about my UFO experience?
Yeah.
How
tell
far
us.
They go in.
Huh?
I mean, I'm sorry.
Were they gentle? Were they gentle?
No. Stop, you asshole. So, I guess this happened when I was maybe around 7 or 8.
Oh, snap.
Did Dr. Falagan touch you too?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nothing like that. But, you know how, like, the
Did they have a cold touch?
Huh?
Did they have the ET touch?
No. Nobody touched me.
Oh.
Nobody touched me. But
It's no.
I went outside and I looked up and I saw these like little rectangles forming a circle, and they were going in and going out, going in and going out. And I was like, what the hell is that? And we could never figure out because they were coming from on top. And I thought, you guys know when like the car dealerships have those like lights,
inflatable, wacky waving tube, man.
No, yeah.
The searchlights?
Yeah, and they go like that. Well, I thought it was that. So we drove past the dealership because it was like 5 minutes away from us. And it wasn't that because it was like, I don't know, they were going around, but they weren't on top. And so I just kept on and I was like, what the hell is that? And until this day, I'm like, what the hell was that? And I took pictures with like the cheap disposable cameras, the ones that they used back then. And then I don't know what happened to the camera.
Damn,
so I don't know what happened to the photos.
They found you.
They found me. They took the photos. So now I'll never know what the fuck that was.
What if G's the alien?
Pinche E.T.
Phone home.
You played yourself.
I just thought it was the creepiest thing ever. Like, I was like, what the fuck is that? Really?
No, that's crazy, Donna.
Aliens do not exist.
Yes, they do.
They do. They do.
They do.
I can honestly say that there's actually other intelligent
Louis been
life
touched by an alien.
Just because
Literally.
you don't know it doesn't mean it's an alien.
She wasn't an
It
alien.
is an
okay?
alien.
Just because she didn't have her papers or her green card.
She's illegal.
All right.
Oh wait, wrong alien.
Okay, well,
I do believe in extraterrestrial life, but I don't believe that we should be calling them aliens.
Why not? They call our people aliens just because we crossed the border.
Aliens is a racist term, sir.
It's homophobic. You can't be calling everybody aliens.
Oh, so just like the neutral Santa Claus?
Yes.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Neutral
Surprise,
gender.
motherfucker.
And
all rise, motherfucker.
Honestly, yeah, I'd rather say I believe in aliens. That there is something out there.
I believe there's something out there. I just don't believe they're aliens.
So you guys have never had an experience like mine?
Nope.
Never?
I've had a few. Like
Stay tuned. 210 Culture Files.
So in breaking news, the score has officially gone final. The Spurs spanked that ass.
Yeah.
125.
107. Playoffs, here we come.
Kawhi gets to go to the locker room and just be like,
Aww.
oh look, Pop is shaking his hand.
But anyways,
So the next thing that we talk about is
Danny.
210 culture.
Files.
Untouched or been touched.
By
So,
an alien.
jumping into the next story.
yes. So national zoo animals still need to be fed despite government shutdown.
Sorry, Efren. We'll still feed you somehow.
And the bear.
Hungry pandas at the Washington National Zoological Park don't particularly care whether there's a partial government shutdown or not.
George Bush don't care about black people.
The partial government shutdown began on December 22nd. President Donald Trump's demand for money for a border wall with Mexico has been the sticking point in passing funding for money for a border wall with... Oh, wait. I already read that part. Passing funding bills for several government departments. Trump said Wednesday that the shutdown will last as long as it takes. The zoo is part of the Smithsonian network of museums and all stayed open through New Year's Day using pre-existing funds. That money has now been exhausted. With no imminent signs that the shutdown will end soon, Washington's tourism officials are working to ensure that tourists don't cancel their trips entirely. The mayor's office and Washington's Tourism Bureau have released a list of private museums and off-the-beaten-path attractions for visitors, including the Newseum, the National Museum of Women in the Arts, the Museum of the Bible, Ford's Theater, and DAR Constitution Hall. So how long do you think the government shutdown will last?
As
Forever.
stupid as Donald Trump is, so if you actually hear that, yes, said Donald Trump is actually fucking stupid. If you think Donald's stupid, man, hit that like. But
Hit that
it's
like.
gonna last as long as Donald Trump is president.
Yeah.
And if you like Trump, hit a share. And then you can dislike if you want, but hit a share button. We're just trying to get our names out.
And then you can put on the bottom FTP. Fuck that puto.
So,
See what?
They can't send us all back.
Yeah. I mean,
You can't catch us all.
I feel like eventually, because after a certain time, the president gets overruled and the Supreme Court steps in, just like with Obama when they did last time when Obama when they shut it down last year, the year before. Same thing happened, and then it was he kept vetoing all the options, and then eventually the Supreme Court had to step in and they just overruled the president, which is why we have checks and balances. So that's why it's important to pay attention in third grade when they talk about it. So that's like the whole issue when everybody was talking about Hillary or Trump, and that they were like, oh, well, Trump's going to do all this bad shit. It's like, no, there's checks and balances for a reason. And just like when he tries to do something bad, there's someone to check his ass to make sure that bad shit doesn't happen. Now it's up to the people checking him if they're going to actually check him or let him slide. So in this case, I don't think they're going to let him slide. They're going to check it. It is going to be a while before it gets to that point, because I think it has to go like 3 weeks before they can override him and say it, because they have to he has to reject it like 3 times before they can overrule him. So it is going to probably be till maybe February, I would say. But I don't think it's going to take a whole fucking year. At some point, they're going to budge. But I don't think that it's going to happen anytime this month.
Well, it needs to happen this month. Because you know what? The IRS can't pay tax funds during a partial government shutdown. And I need my fucking money.
Snap.
So that's
Your
when we go.
tax return,
So that's when we go with the guy who raised the $11 million for the wall that the government refuses to take as money to help build the wall. We'll have him give that $11 million out
of his ass.
I need my fucking money.
Tax return money.
I know.
But they had a GoFundMe. It raised $11 million, but the government said that they can't take that money because it's not government funded money, so they can't take it to help build the wall.
I mean, we pay taxes, so we're the government. So what the fuck? They
I know, we are the
should still
people.
be able to take our money.
We are the government.
But, I just like how they we got different places that you can visit. It's kind of like if the doctors were like, you can't take a flu shot anymore, and then there's the guy outside of CVS be like, hey, you want to come back here on the corner and get a flu shot? Drop your pants, and then I'll put a flu shot in your arm when I'm done.
They have to offer some type of museums. I mean, people do travel over there for the museum, so.
Yeah,
no, these are like famous.
But people actually
museums.
want to see the animals in the zoo, though.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong.
I mean, I like seeing my relatives during the holidays, but I also want to see animals, other unique animals.
But that's the best part, though. Of course, you can see other art that's there. It's badass. I'm pretty sure it's beautiful. I wouldn't mind visiting the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
Just see all that, Amelia Earhart, all the.
I like to stay locked in there overnight so I can see them come to life.
Oh my goodness.
With not Nicolas Cage. Considered.
But It's mainly the zoo that everybody wants to go. It's like what we have here. There's Austin, Galveston, that actually has a nice aquarium that's here. I go. Of course, we've seen the same animals from time to time when we're little. Actually, going to visit the zoo, but seeing different animals in different cities, countries, man, that's the best part.
My thing is the government workers. These workers aren't getting paid. These workers have mouth to feed and bills to pay.
Yeah, we talked about that. They're actually getting paid for nothing and just
exactly. Law enforcement's not getting paid. Your local policemen, your firefighters, your state troopers, your border patrols, they're not getting paid, and yet they're still over here protecting your ass. So you need to think about that shit.
Yeah.
But Black Lives Matter, so
no shit, right?
So that kind of goes ass backwards there, huh?
Fucking next time that somebody throws fucking Donald Trump a fucking shield, I'm sorry, I'm off duty. You're not paying me.
My favorite meme is the one for anybody who watches Rick and Morty, the episode where Rick overthrows the
government.
Overthrows the government by changing the currency value to 0. And there's a guy, he's like, I can help you for a price. And he was like best friends like 2 minutes ago, but then once it switched over to the money was worth nothing, he's like, hey, help me out. The building's on fire. He's like, I can help you for a price. And that's how I feel like that's happening. Like, this, help! My house is on fire. Well, we can help you for a price.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous that we still have to go through this in 2019, on something as stupid as a border that honestly I feel like wouldn't work even if they had a fucking a laser disintegrated Death Star looking border. Like, people are still gonna get in. Like, how you only can dig so far down before Mexicans dig further down to get under it.
Exactly.
Like, it's like your dog when you're trying to keep your dog from escaping because your dog likes to escape.
Yeah, you put cement down there so he can't dig under there.
Like, you can put well, even then he'll dig until he gets under the cement. It's either gonna fall down or it's gonna break.
Fucker.
Yes. The reason my dog leaves because he's horny as fuck. So he'll find a way. He'll find a way.
Like, that's how I just kind of feel like it's the same way there. But
but I guess the only thing that got me mad was like I told Donna that Donald Trump wants to close the south side of the border. He really wants to close that shit down where nobody goes in, nobody comes out, just completely close it off.
Oh, what's cool? Cards Against Humanity bought a part of the land so he couldn't complete it anyway. So,
hey, yo, shout out for Cards Against Humanity.
Yay.
Fun game.
Shout out to
them.
Yeah. Anyways, you guys, it is Girl Scout cookie season, y'all.
Diabetes. Louis, play the clip.
Do they have real girls?
Well, they actually announced their caramel chocolate chip, and it's the newest flavor among their variety of. Wow.
You were supposed to say the opposite. They were going to release a new cookie, and that flavor is made up of caramel chocolate.
Caramel chocolate chip.
It's caramel chocolate chip cookie.
Wow, I said it like 5 times.
What kind of cookie is it again?
Your mom.
Oh.
How do you know my mom tastes like a cookie, cochina?
There are different ways to obtain Girl Scout cookies, if y'all don't know.
Yeah, the guy in the corner.
The most recommended way is to go to the store, not to kidnap a Girl Scout. But I mean, if you want to kidnap them, whatever.
Of course, find the cookie booth is the first one around town by entering your zip code on their website. You can download an app. I didn't even know they had an app.
Scout leader Kevin.
Remember that one year when we lived in the townhouse and we went driving all around town?
Which one?
To get Girl Scout cookies.
The one on Latitude.
Oh, that one.
That's the only townhouse we've ever lived in.
By Wurzbach and Evers.
Yeah.
And we couldn't find it, so we had to we went driving around for like an hour trying to find Girl Scouts. Yeah. And there's like one down the street, and that's when they're like, there's an app, right? And I'm like, oh, fuck.
I forgot. And then the last one is you can order cookies online by asking one of the Girl Scouts using the digital cookie platform. So what is y'all's favorite Girl Scout cookie?
I don't know. I kind of zoned out when y'all said y'all are kidnapping girls. So what happened? What was that?
Okay, so what is your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
Actually, I never had one. I never tried one.
What the fuck?
Not even a
None
comb or
at
nothing.
all.
Not even a box.
See, back in the day,
I've never even held the box.
What?
Seriously, like
wow.
Like I've seen.
That's
hold
ridiculous.
on, I'll take that back. I've actually seen girls like actually sell the cookies and everything like that. I'm like, I don't have. I'm sorry, I have card. Then to this little chick, I know how she was a fucking hustler. She goes, "Oh, we got the thing for the card." I'm like, I get paid tomorrow. Oh, we could put it on hold for you. Like,
she's like, I could post date it. I could post date it for a week if you want.
If you want, we can mail it to you to your home address. If you want to put your address, man, you in the game. You in the game.
I always feel bad because the Boy Scouts never saw anything good. They sold stupid ass popcorn. And they're like, you want to buy some popcorn?
You don't like the color popcorn?
I mean, I like the caramel.
No, it's like a different type of
like
popcorn.
Cheddar popcorn?
No, they
like
sell
they sell the caramel.
They sell like these giant ass like snack like.
I like them. I still support them.
I mean, I only eat caramel. The caramel popcorn.
I do.
I'm sorry. That's like
I eat the shit.
Just give me those shorties, the ones that have the chocolate at the bottom and the thing. Oh, those are bomb.
Get me a shorties.
So, what's your favorite Girl Scout cookie, Dom?
What those circle? Yeah, Samoans. Yeah,
with the coconut.
Yeah, the coconut caramel.
Those are my favorite too. Yeah, Samoas.
I can eat those
I
all day.
love Samoas.
All day.
Whoever listens to this podcast, send us some Samoan cookies.
I know.
I am Samoan, guys.
Anybody whose daughter's a Girl Scout cookie, hit us up. We'll buy some off you.
If they are,
send them to 210 Culture, and we'll even help. We'll try our best to actually put it out there to help y'all sell.
We'll probably buy them all.
And most likely,
we'll buy the whole case.
We buy them all.
Gotta buy them all. Gotta buy them all.
Were you guys ever in Boy Scouts or now the Scouts? Because they're no longer Boy Scouts.
I mean, now that I look at it,
now.
I kind of wish I was in Scouts, but now that I look at the uniform, I'm like, no, I'll get my ass beat.
Yeah, but you would have been back in the good time where everybody got touched.
Oh,
Counselor Kevin.
What the hell is this turning into?
Father Donovan.
It was Father Donovan. Natasha.
Wow. Anyways,
But
do we
now-
have time for the last topic, or are we done?
I mean, we can squeeze it in.
Did you
He did tell me to get on my knees and start praying.
We can squeeze it in.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Okay, so
Surprise,
Netflix
motherfucker.
is apparently urging people to stop doing the Bird Box challenge. Bird Box, if you haven't heard, is a new movie on Netflix that is prompting people to do different things while blindfolded. Netflix posted on Twitter asking fans to stop doing the Bird Box challenge, in which people have been going outside and doing things around their home while wearing a blindfold. The challenge began from the movie in which actress Sandra Bullock performs. Her
AKA the
character
lady from Bird Box.
Her character is forced to wear blindfolds outside to avoid being possessed by mysterious entities that make people kill themselves. Have y'all seen the movie? And if so, what did you think of the movie? And would you do the Bird Box challenge?
I like to see these people go downstairs with their blindfold.
I'm not gonna say
Surprise, motherfucker.
I'm not gonna say anything to offend it, but it was exactly like The Happening.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
M. Night Shyamalan's The Happening. You should watch that movie. It's
But
just
the only
like,
difference was that nobody was blindfolded in The Happening. That's
everybody
pretty much
got
it.
the shit.
But don't get me
Everyone
wrong.
got the shit.
But
The Happening. The Happening is basically nature getting back at the human race.
Oh.
And they like pollen in the air. If you get hit with it, just like right now, allergy season's pretty bad because of all the cedar and all that.
shit's happening already.
It's The Happening, literally.
Is it the Cabin in the Woods, the one where they
The Cabin in the Woods?
No, where they
It's
all
called
have
Cabin in the Woods.
where they all have like
What?
the different
There's
ways
a
of
cabin in the
dying.
woods.
Like it's all set up for everyone to die, and there's like all these different
Yeah,
scenarios.
Thor's in it.
Yeah, it's
Thor's
almost
Is it that
exactly
one?
like that. Yeah.
No, because that's like one of my
That's the funny
favorite.
one.
That's one of my favorite horror movies, just because of that funny part. And then like there's like a chalkboard where they have like the different ways to like kill them,
Uh-huh.
and one of them's like angry raping trees. And then like later in the movie, when they go to the part where like they have all the different ways of them dying set up, like in the
Yes.
thing, like they show the tree and like there's like a guy getting raped by the tree because he's like the tree branch is like up against the windows, all boom, and the guy's like ah. But if you don't catch the part earlier in the movie where it says angry raping trees, you don't actually realize what's happening. So that's what makes it even funny.
I gotta download that movie. What's that movie called again?
Cabin in the Woods.
All right, then I gotta
It's
download that.
Cabin in
One.
the Woods. It's that Cabin in the
And that's
Woods.
literally like my favorite scary movie because I think scary movies are
I
fucking
can
stupid.
agree with you on that one, G.
'Cause I think scary movies
But,
are dumb. I do have to give Bird Box a second watch.
Red Box.
I did watch it the first time and I fell asleep. So I'm not gonna actually say it sucks because I truly honestly haven't watched it from beginning to end. So I'm not gonna actually talk shit about it until I know for sure. But it hasn't. What I saw didn't draw me to want to actually rewatch it. What I have been wanting to finish though is Black Mirror's binge watch The one where you actually get to choose how the movie goes.
I think it's
So
a burn watch.
It'll stop.
It's
and then
Black Mirror.
Yeah, but it has a different name.
Huh.
It's Black Mirror. I forget what it's called. Something with a B. But as the story goes, it stops and it makes you make a decision, and then the story continues from the movie continues from there.
That's pretty cool.
Except if you, the only bad thing is if it doesn't go the way that they really wanted, it kind of loops you back. Because like I did the beginning, and asks you like to take the job or not take it. So I took the job, and then you end up like failing, so it makes you go back, and then it makes you forces you to not take the job.
See, that kind of sounds like the movie that they made in what I think it was in 2010. That's where when you go to the theater, it's a live action movie that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the scenario is, it actually tell you, oh, enter your number. Whoever's there, they can enter their number anywhere. So whatever happens in the scenario, the movie picks the number that's already done there. They actually call you live, tell you what's gonna happen. And it goes, well, I'm gonna either make a left, right turn. You gotta make the decision if I'm gonna die or not. And whatever happens, they tell them exactly what happened through the movie. They hear everything. So it's either your fault or your good thing that you kill them or not. But the Bird Box, man, it's actually, oh my god, rating that at 1 to 10, I'll give it at least a 6. It kind of goes back from the past, the future, the present, everything's like that.
Really, I give it a better rating than that. It was,
Like what?
I thought it was pretty good.
How many bird boxes out of bird? Out of 10 bird boxes?
How many birds?
How many
I'd probably do
blindfolds out
like
of
an
dead people?
8.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing I didn't
thought it
like
was
that
good.
MGK was in there, and just like his rap career, he
MGK.
bounced.
Oh, I know.
He left.
Right? Yeah, he left like 20 minutes within the movie.
I guess his worst nightmare was Eminem was coming after him.
Probably.
Rap God.
Right.
Rap
Anyways, time for shameless plugs and all that crap.
Yeah, I give it like a 7.
Guess not.
7.5.
7.5.
So yeah,
That's pretty good.
Wrapping it up here. Of course, we have our new video that dropped yesterday on Mr. C's Waffle House. So go check that video out if you haven't seen it yet. Of course, this podcast is dropping today on Friday if you're hearing it when it dropped. And of course, our next episode will be next Friday.
In the morning?
Tomorrow, if you're listening to this on Friday, we're going to be at the Coffee Festival. I don't remember what the full name is. But we're going to be out there filming as well. What else do we have going on?
So yeah, if y'all see us over at the coffee festival, don't be afraid. Come over here, talk to us.
Be very afraid.
Louis will steal your Girl Scout cookies. Mr. Steal your cookies.
Be very afraid.
Say hi to us. We got some good stuff coming up this year. We have another team building episode coming up soon. We have a couple of more culture creations. On the 24th, we will be at Street Fair again for another social media meetup for bloggers or anybody who just wants to meet some bloggers and see what our life is about. No podcast this time. We're just going to film actually at Street Fair. So we're going to actually film some of the trucks and some food, make another culture creation video there as well.
Whoop, whoop.
Shout out to everyone who's been following us. Once again, shout out to Uncle Rob for the giving us the nice, beautiful intro. And of course, Del Norte for providing the audio. Check out 3 Shots, 3 Questions on YouTube, like always. Shout out to Carlton Zeus for giving us that wonderful soundbite there. And check out his album 3 Strikes that's already out, and get ready for his new one when it drops. And I think we've covered everybody.
Hell yeah. So anybody that meets up with us, actually want to collab with us, actually join us and actually do a video with us at the same time.
Yeah, so we are looking for new guests for everything. So if you're interested in seeing what we can do with you, let us know. Of course, check out our website, 210culture.com, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. And with that being said, I think this first episode, we can finally wrap it up. So like always, I'm G.
I'm Dom.
Donna.
It's your boy Lou.
And remember, 210 Culture, bringing the best of 210 Nation.
3, 2, 1, drop it.